It was early morning in a quiet little town in North Carolina. The sun was just waking up, painting the sky with soft colors, orange, pink, and gold. Trees stood still like sleepy guards, and birds slowly began to sing their first songs of the day. A small breeze moved through the leaves, like whispers in a library. It felt peaceful, like the world was stretching its arms after a long sleep. In a small white house with blue curtains and a front porch swing, a young woman named Mia Davis opened her eyes. She was 25, with kind eyes and long dark hair. She lived alone but never felt lonely. Every morning, she had a special routine. She believed that the words she said in the morning could shape her whole day. She called them her magic 15 phrases, and she used them every single morning. Mia stood up slowly, her feet touching the cold floor like they were testing water. She smiled and whispered, "Good morning, world." That was her first phrase. It made her feel connected, like she wasn't just one small person, but part of something big and beautiful. She walked to the window, pulled the curtain to the side, and looked outside. The sun was rising behind the trees. "It's a beautiful day," she said softly. That was her second phrase. She believed if you tell yourself the day is beautiful, you start to see the beauty even when it rains. In the kitchen, her coffee machine clicked and hissed, like an old friend waking up too. She made toast, poured herself some coffee, and sat down at the little wooden table by the window. "I am ready for today," she said. Phrase number 3. It gave her strength. Her black cat, Benny, jumped onto the table and looked at her with sleepy eyes. "Good morning, Benny," she said, giving him a small kiss on the head. That was phrase number 4. Talking kindly to others, even animals, made her feel warm inside. After breakfast, Mia stood in front of her bathroom mirror. Her reflection looked back at her, eyes still heavy with sleep. "I look fine," she said. That was number 5. Even on days when she didn't feel beautiful, she said it. Because sometimes words are like little seeds. You plant them now, and beauty grows later. She brushed her teeth, combed her hair, and put on her favorite yellow shirt. "Yellow makes me happy," she said. That was phrase 6. A small truth, but a strong one. Then, before stepping out of the bathroom, she whispered, "Today is a fresh start." Phrase number 7. Like pressing a reset button on her heart. Mia worked at a small bookstore called Maple Pages. It was just a 10-minute walk through her neighborhood, past the big oak tree, the bakery that always smelled like sugar, and Mrs. Miller's house, where the wind chimes sang songs no one had ever written down. As she stepped outside, she took a deep breath. "I can do hard things," she said. Phrase 8. It wasn't always easy, but it made her brave. The walk was peaceful, but her mind was busy. She remembered she had to speak to her boss today. He wanted to talk about her future. That thought made her nervous. Her hands felt a little cold. She stopped by the bakery window to gather herself. Then she smiled and said, "I believe in myself." Phrase 9. It helped push the fear back into its corner. At the bookstore, her friend Marcus was already arranging books on the shelves. He was tall and quiet, with big glasses and a kind smile. Good morning, Marcus, she said cheerfully. That was phrase 10. Greeting others with warmth always opened doors. Marcus smiled back. You're in a good mood, he said. I choose to be happy today, Mia replied. Phrase 11. Not every day is perfect, but the choice to be happy is like holding an umbrella when the sky turns gray. As the morning passed, Mia helped customers, found lost books, and laughed with children in the reading corner. At one point, an old woman dropped her bag. Mia rushed to help. I'm happy to help, she said as she handed the bag back. Phrase 12. Helping felt good. Later, while restocking books, Mia heard the small bell above the door ring. She turned around and saw a man she hadn't seen in years. His name was Luke. Luke had once been someone very special to her. They met in college, shared coffee, dreams, and long walks. But life took them in different directions, and he moved to Chicago. She hadn't heard from him in 3 years. Now here he was, standing in front of the bookstore's poetry shelf like no time had passed at all. Her heart beat faster. Luke looked up. Their eyes met. Mia, he said, almost in a whisper. She smiled nervously. Hey, stranger. He laughed softly. Wow, you look the same. Good. Mia swallowed hard. What brings you here? Job interview. I might move back, he said. There was a silence that felt like thunder. Mia touched her necklace and remembered her phrase. Everything happens for a reason. That was number 13. She didn't know what reason brought Luke back, but she was ready to find out. They talked for a while. About life, jobs, music. Nothing too deep, but not too shallow either. Before he left, he gave her a little note. It said, coffee sometime, with his number. Her hands shook slightly, but she smiled. After Luke left, Marcus raised his eyebrows and said, Old flame. Mia chuckled. Maybe a new spark. When her shift ended, Mia walked home as the sky turned orange again. She stood outside her door for a moment and looked up. I'm thankful for today, she said. Phrase number 14. Because even a simple day can be full of surprise. Inside her house, she fed Benny, made a cup of mint tea, and sat down by the window again. She opened Luke's note and placed it on the table. Tomorrow will be interesting, she said, smiling. Phrase number 15. The last one. But it always made her feel like the story wasn't over. Because in truth, the story never ends. Not really. Life, like her phrases, keeps going. Some days are calm. Some days are wild. Some days bring old friends back to your door. And some mornings, even a quiet good morning world can open the first page of something brand new.